Here's a quick little tutorial to get you started on how to install PayRange on a Maytag MYR type washer. Now, just to let everyone know, I am not an electrician. I am also not a certified technician for any of these things, but, and this is not an endorsement of PayRange as a whole, but it is a way for these companies that offer these different cashless devices. A lot of owners are a little intimidated to try and put them in themselves, even though they're perfectly capable of, and that's what the manufacturers say you can do. But I understand, because one, we don't want to break anything, because if we break it, that means we got to pay for it, and we don't want to do that. So here's a way to get you started, because some of the directions can be rather confusing. First off, now in this particular case, this is not an endorsement of PayRange. This is basically the same method that you can use on many different payment systems. They're all similar. So this one just happens to be for PayRange. And some of the instructions that you get from these companies on how to hook stuff up can be rather confusing. So this video is just simply a way to introduce you to the subject so that you can then take whatever cashless payment system you're using and hook it up appropriately, at least having some sort of a guideline. Now that we've got the disclaimers out of the way, here's an example of what I'm talking about. PayRange, one of the things that they tell you is to turn the power off. You definitely want to do that. But the second thing they tell you is to look for a constant source of power of 240 volts. You can't do that when the machine is off. So therefore, while the machine is on, you're going to take your multimeter and you're going to go around and check out these different connections and find a consistent source of somewhere between 200 and 240 volts. You're also going to make sure that you don't have any high voltage stuff going on as part of that, so you know what not to touch. Then you're going to turn your power off after you find your consistent source of power. In this particular case, I have my machine off. I have no voltage anywhere. And I'm going to use the connections right here off of the EMI filter as part of this. These two connections give me a consistent source of about 212 volts, which is what you want. Now for PayRange in particular, they're going to send you a kit for this machine. They're going to send you the universal relay kit. They're going to send you a high voltage to low voltage transformer. You want one of those. And then they're also going to send you, of course, the BK connects as part of that, Bluetooth connects. So what you want to do first is a couple of things to start off with. First off, open up at the top, find your source, make sure that your power is off. You want to open up the front of your machine. If you don't know how to open up the front of your Maytag machine, there's a different video for that. I'm sure you can find it. Then some prep work that you want to do before you get started to make your time a lot faster is you take your high voltage to low voltage adapter, get a couple of nice leads on the end, get some of these nice little clamp crimpers for wires so you don't have to cut anything. They generally come with it. On your relay kit, there's two ends. This end right here has got a yellow and white wire. You will not need that. So just bundle it up and get it out of the way. Some electrical tape. The other end is going to have three wires. It's going to have a yellow, a white, and a blue wire. In the case of Maytag, the blue wire is not used. Tape it up and get rid of it out of the way. Separate the yellow and white wire before that. Then you're going to take your connection end, and this sets on here. You notice right on this little section, I know it's hard to see, right here, but it's going to say all these little micro switches. They have an off side and an on side. For Maytag, what you want to do on this universal side, if you notice the little dip switches are set all around, you're going to flip them all to the on side. The dip switches are used to tell the computer if you're counting coin, not counting coin, if it's a wash or dryer, that kind of thing. In this particular end of things, we're flipping them all to the on, which is in this case to the right. So now that I have the dip switches set and I've got the wires separated and the other one's tied up the way I want, I'm going to connect the Bluetooth, the blue key I should say, to your relay, just like that. Now this little batch here on the end is a little bit of Velcro. You might want to do that. You can also use two-sided tape. Put some on the back of your adapter and then also on the back of your relay module. Do not put it on the back of the blue key itself. You'll see why in a little bit. Now you're going to take the high voltage to low voltage adapter and you're going to pass that through this hole behind the coin slide and have it come out to here. There's plenty of extra cord, so just leave that and be ready to go. And now I'm going to attach the leads from the high voltage to low voltage adapter to my consistent power source right here. After you've got your leads screwed into whatever your consistent voltage source is going to be, make sure that they're tight, that they're not going to pull out. Those are good. And then, like I say, we're going to pull then this extra cord from the high voltage, low voltage adapter through, so it's not interfering with the coins dropping out of the coin slide. So we'll bundle that up, and then we're going to Velcro our little transformer right there. So now we've got the high voltage to low voltage adapter screwed into my leads off of the EFI. I've used that sticky tape to attach it to this to keep it out of the way. We've got the other end coming all the way through behind the coin slide here. And now we attach this end into our relay module. Now once you've got the relay module attached, you want to thread through the whole relay module and the blue key device underneath the board, underneath the wires, just to get it out of the way. That will leave these two, your yellow wire and your white wire, open. You then need to go to your coin slide. And there are different instructions for different kinds of coin slides, so follow the instructions that PayRange or ESD or whomever sends you for your appropriate slide, whether it's a coin slide, a micro switch, the color wires, that kind of thing. In this particular case, what you want to look for coming off the coin slide, this is a 4-wire coin slide. You want the pure white wire. There's a white wire with blue in it. You do not want that one. You want the one that is straight white, which should be this one right here. And usually if you pull on it, it's got a little extra give in the wiring harness. So you want to pull that out and you want to cut this now. So once you cut that white wire, then you want to splice it with these fun little splicers. I personally like to connect the white wire that's coming off the coin slide to the white wire coming off my relay module, and then the yellow wire to the other part of the white wire that I cut off the coin slide. So once you've got that all set and you've got it all the way through here, do not Velcro this bottom blue key yet. You'll find out why, because now we need to program it. So now you want to turn the power back on to your machine. So now that you've turned the blue key back on and nothing's blowing up and nothing's smoking, ha ha ha, you got a green light here, you've got a blue light here, you are hooked up and ready to go. Now the reason why you don't Velcro this down to the front face right away is because you need to program this. And in order to program it, you need to access the serial number off the back of the blue key. That's a whole other story. You can do that and follow those instructions later on. But once you've got that done, then you can simply tape this to the front of your cabinet, close up your cabinet, and you are good to go. Okay, we've got everything back buttoned up and everything is set to go, we hope. We've got all the machines registered with the right prices. So I'm just going to, this is machine 34, so I'm going to just pay a quarter. I'm going to slide to pay a quarter there. And it's going to pop up and say, did I want to send a quarter? I'm going to say yes. And the price was $2.50. It's now $2.25, and we are good to go. So once again, this is just a way to hook up PayRange, but if it also gives you an idea of how to hook up your payment system, because they're all similar in terms of what they need to work. If it gives you an idea of where to start on how to hook up your payment systems, great. Don't forget, I am not certifying or endorsing any particular payment system, nor am I an electrician or a technician. This is just what works for me. So, thanks for watching. Get it? Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.